Emerald.
Name an animal you'd find in extremely cold places.
Polar. Yeah, Taylor! Woo!
All right. We ask 100 women, what do you do in the morning before you let anybody see? You said, lip gloss. Survey said.
Whoa.
Name something that comes to mind when you hear the word Malibu. You said, the beach. Survey said.
Yay!
On a scale of 1 to 10, how funny do women want their men to be? You said 10. Survey said. Name a kind of jewel you find in a queen's crown. You said emerald. Survey said. Name an animal you'd find in extremely cold places. You said polar bear. Survey said. Ooh, there we go. There we go. That's a good one, yeah.
Tell me. Where are we? How'd she do?
Okay. She did pretty good. Joe came right here. Just tell me. Woo. She got 118.
Okay.
You need 82 points to win. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's remind everybody of Taylor's answers. 25 seconds on the clock, please. We asked 100 women, what do you do in the morning before you let anyone see you?
Put makeup on. Brush your teeth.
Name something that comes to mind when you hear the word Malibu.
The beach.
Try again.
The cliffs.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how funny do women want their men to be?
9.
Name a kind of jewel you find in a queen's crown.
Diamonds.
Name an animal you find in extremely cold places.
Eskimos. Is that an animal?
It is now. we need to get these 82 quick.
You're right.
We asked 100 women, what do you do in the morning before you let anybody see you? You said, brush teeth. Survey said. Number 1 answer was brush your hair.
I was going to say hairbrush. Okay.
Name something that comes to mind when you hear the word Malibu. You said cliffs. Survey said rum.
Rum.
What's the number 1 answer? On a scale of 1 to 10, how funny do women want their men to be? You said 9. Survey said.
Okay, not bad.
8 was the number 1 answer. Name a kind of jewel you'd find in a queen's crown. You said.
Come on. Yes.
Diamonds.
Yes.
Survey said.
70.
Diamond and ruby was tied for the top answer. We need 18 people.
Surely there's got to be 18 people.
Surely.
Now what do we do?
18 of anybody who can name an animal you'd find in extremely cold places. You, without hesitation, said them Eskimo animals. You know the good thing about this?
Yes.
You can't get in any trouble for this.
Right.
Their ass don't have TVs.
Right.
I bet you they're there. I bet it's on there. But Taylor says it's on there. It's on there.
Survey said. Polar bear. Polar bear was number 1.
Polar bear. Ladies. Thank you.
That's all right. We still got $10,000 for Nature Conservancy. I want to thank Lisa, and Taylor, and everybody else for coming and hanging out with us right here on Celebrity Family Feud. I'm Steve Harvey, everybody, and we'll see you next time, folks. Hope y'all had a good time.
Jelly Roll guest hosts a new Jimmy Kimmel Live with Glenn Powell and Jay Shetty tonight on ABC.
Now, from Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 10.
We need to get you straight to some breaking news tonight. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Rod Fowler. Investigators say a woman died in this apartment complex. Our Mackenzie Johnson was at the scene talking to witnesses. She has the story for us tonight. Mackenzie?
People who live in this central Lincoln neighborhood say there was a swarm of police officers on Monday afternoon. LPD says they were called to this apartment complex near 18th and G Streets just before 3:30 on Monday. Citizen journalist Kevin capturing this video where you can see several unmarked law enforcement vehicles parked out front. Channel 8 got a tip about the situation just before 6. By the time I arrived, investigators were working to gather evidence. Not many details have come to light yet, but police finding a 31-year-old woman unresponsive, and she was declared dead. I spoke to several people who say they saw first responders carry a body out of the building. I watched investigators leave the building through this alleyway and an officer walking out the front door, so it's not clear where the woman died. Police say the cause of death is unknown and there's no word on whether foul play is believed to be involved. When any new information is released, our team will be posting an update on our website, klkntv.com, and on our Now Local News app. Plus, watch our newscasts to hear from authorities if they give us any new details. Reporting in Lincoln, Mackenzie Johnson, Channel 8 News.
Well, right now, an important safety warning from the Seward County Sheriff's Office. It's starting to be harvest time, especially with silage cutting. The Sheriff's Office says farmers are already out this week in Seward County and will continue for the coming months. They say to be sure to use caution on all roads, especially the gravel ones, for farm equipment. It is time for your first forecast on this beautiful Monday night, taking you live, looking out over Lincoln. This is from our tower cam. I know there were storms to our west earlier today. How's it look now? And could some storms be returning to southeast Nebraska tomorrow? Let's get right to Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins. Rusty?
Certainly a possibility for tomorrow. Now tonight we have a severe thunderstorm watch for portions of western Nebraska. Most of this has been in Cherry County for a good portion of the night, so not a whole lot going on out there for much of the Channel 8 viewing area, but there's still a chance we could see some storms in some areas. We'll look at that here in a second. First, looking towards downtown Barry Lockham, towards downtown Lincoln. A nice night out there, 73 degrees, 72 in Beatrice, 74 Hebron. 70s, some 80s still out to the west, though. Dew points a little high in central Nebraska, but everybody else mainly in the 60s. So there's the storms. They're trying to move into central Nebraska, north central and parts of central Nebraska, but they are weakening as they do that. And that's kind of what's expected. This is right around midnight. Notice how everything kind of fizzles out, still lingering towards North Platte and McCook around midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. But then we watch the storms try to build back in, and by noon, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, some storms a possibility in central Nebraska moving east. So we'll take a look at this forecast coming up in a couple of minutes.
Thank you, Rusty. New at 10, water main repairs are underway on Old Cheney Road. Citizen journalist Brian sending this video into our Now Local News app. This is just west of 27th there on Old Cheney. We reached out to LTU to see where they're at in their fixing the process there. They say pouring concrete is the last step. They add both westbound lanes are closed, one eastbound lane is closed. But the plan is to have all lanes open by next Monday. Also new at 10, a Lincoln man drowned at Cottonwood Reservoir in Saunders County. Deputies say it happened after 43-year-old Derek Mueller swam out to retrieve a fishing lure. His body was later found by divers using sonar equipment. New developments on Lincoln's oldest missing persons case. Lincoln police providing an update on the missing persons investigation nearly 26 years in the making. Regina Boss would have turned 66 years old today. Family, friends, and the community, they've all been searching for Boss since her disappearance back in 2000. Channel 8's Emma Norwood now with what Lincoln police told us about this new lead.
A pivotal update coming out of the Lincoln Police Department's investigation into the disappearance of Regina Boss.
LPD recently received a new lead, which prompted additional investigative work in the case in July and August. While the results of those efforts are not yet known, investigators continue to follow the information and determine where it may lead.
Boss was reported missing on October 17th of 2000 after leaving Dugan's Pub and never returning home. This area here near 11th and K Streets is where Boss was last seen. This is one of the longest outstanding missing persons cases in Lincoln, with more than 25 years of searching.
Because this remains an active and ongoing investigation, LPD is not releasing specific details about the methods being used to protect the integrity of the investigation and respect the family.
Today, Boss would be 66 years old. Her disappearance helping spark the start of Missing Persons Day in Nebraska and the 411 Gina Foundation.
Our team continues to work on missing person cases regardless of when they are reported.
LPD says they now have access to new technology and forensic capabilities, which are giving officers new ways of looking at information and evidence. Now they're asking for the community's help to continue in their search for Boss.
LPD recognizes that behind every missing person case, there are loved ones who carry the weight of uncertainty and hope. Our hearts are with Regina's family and all loved ones facing this unimaginable reality. Our investigators remain in contact with them, assuring them of our commitment to finding answers for them.
Reporting in Lincoln, Emma Norwood, Channel 8 News.
Developing now, a Lincoln police captain is placed on leave. Deputies say Captain Mady McGuire is facing a child abuse charge. They say she and her partner left their 2-year-old child in a locked van. Up in the van off out at Pawnee Lake yesterday. Deputies say McGuire and Mary Tobiasen were each cited for misdemeanor child abuse. Adding McGuire had a blood alcohol content level of 0.108. Here's Lancaster County Sheriff Terry Wagner.
The two women were fishing and left the child in the van. Keep in mind the 28 minutes that we've calculated so far is a minimum amount of time that the child was in the van. So we just can't emphasize enough how quickly the interior of a vehicle can get extremely hot, even on a 78-degree day, which is pretty pleasant for us outdoors. Inside a vehicle, it gets extremely hot extremely quick.
Authorities say they are reviewing video footage from deputies and witnesses at the scene and are working to complete the investigation quickly. Breaking now, the U.S. Supreme Court today backing President Trump's order to curb mail-in ballots. The High Court saying the president could begin carrying out parts of an executive order intended to restrict mail voting. But additional legal challenges could hinder implementation of his plan before the November midterm election. In fact, one law professor from Notre Dame saying, quote, "This is just the first inning of a very fast 9-inning game." When we come back, student safety. Hear parents' concerns about construction in school zones around Lincoln and what officials say they're doing to keep kids safe while they finish up road work.
Severe potential is in western Nebraska this evening. It moves east, though, for the day tomorrow. We'll look at the timing when we come back.
Weather can change in an instant. That's why Channel 8 never stops watching. Coverage you can count on, bringing you Nebraska now.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford crew.
Where you been, hey?
Little field research. Show them what we got.
Check this out.
Looks like America is loving Ford quality.
And J.D. Power backs it up.
Ford is #1 in new vehicle quality, and F-Series are America's best-selling trucks.
Great deals, crazy good capability.
America, this is what summer's all about.
Get 0% APR for 36 months and $1,000 toward your down payment on select Ford vehicles, plus a complimentary maintenance plan for 2 years.
Washington needs Nebraska common sense more than ever. That's why Pete Ricketts is taking on both parties to ban congressional insider trading. Ricketts introduced the law to stop corrupt politicians from gaming the system and lining their own pockets. Career politicians hate it. Washington insiders want to kill it. But Ricketts will never stop fighting for what's right. Call Pete Ricketts. Thank him for fighting to stop insider trading and keep standing for Nebraska.
The Honda Summer event is going on now at Honda of Lincoln with store-wide savings on every new Honda. Choose from over 300 new Hondas and get financing from 1.99% APR. Plus, make no payments for 90 days. While they last, lease a new 2026 Honda Ridgeline RTL for just $399 a month. Come experience the best, the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
This news segment is brought to you by AuctionTime.com.
Every machine has a story. Years of early mornings, long harvests, hard work that built something lasting. When it's time to sell, the first step is knowing what it's worth. We'll help you start with free equipment valuations and walk through the best way to maximize the value of your equipment. Auction Time. Local expertise, worldwide buyers.
New Attention High School is back in session, but some students are returning to class with a new challenge. We're talking about navigating construction. The city is offering families detours, but how are they holding up? Channel 8's Danielle De Silva spoke with some parents about how they're handling pickup and drop off despite the detours.
As Lincoln students head back to class, the city is emphasizing safe routes. But here down the block from the Irving Middle School, students arriving by foot or bike have just a bit more navigating to do around construction barriers like these.
My main concern is just with students coming to and from school, with the sidewalks on Van Dorn being closed, that causes safety issues when students might confront a sidewalk that's closed and have to navigate and potentially try to go into the street.
The first time I went on my bike, I went there and I didn't know where to go because it was closed.
But the city says the construction is part of a larger effort to make school routes safe. Earlier this month, LTU Director Liz Elliott explaining their progress.
Through the Safe Routes to School initiative, our team works to incorporate school zone improvements into other planned street projects. By coordinating project locations and construction schedules, we can complete multiple improvements at the same time, saving taxpayer dollars and reducing the need for future construction in that area.
Having completing improvements in 2 school zones this year so far, LTU has put up new crosswalk, reduced speed limit signs, and curb extensions to make crossings more visible. Parent Kathleen says it's all understandable to her, having participated in discussions around city planning and projects before.
So fortunately, my kids they do after school clubs and they walk home most days, and so it's been a lot of problem solving, and I think that's a good thing for kids too, if we are patient enough to navigate that.
Sidewalks are probably going to be way nicer, so it's not as much bumps and cracks.
We'll link to LTU project updates at klkntv.com. Reporting from Lincoln, Danielle De Silva, Channel 8 News.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins.
There's still about 48 minutes left on this severe thunderstorm watch, and really most of these warnings have been in Cherry County. And a couple of them were, I think, Grant County, maybe Hooker County, Thomas, but most of this were in Cherry County. That's a big county, so that makes sense. 48th and Cornhusker Highway, well, we got a green light. There you go. I think everybody's just used to this construction now at ABC Seamless Cam. We gotta be close. I've been saying that for what, 6 months now? Or it feels like it. Temperatures are still in the 70s and 80s. We're at 68 in Nebraska City versus 80 in Ogallala and Shattern. So a good 12-degree variance there from one side of the state to the other. Most of us, though, in the lower 70s, upper 60s, lower 70s. Really a nice night out there. Hopefully you got out for a walk earlier. I went for a walk with my daughter earlier this evening on my lunch break. Oh, it's just gorgeous. Absolutely a nice night. Look at these dew points, 50s, 60s. Yeah, sure, there's some 70s out there, but overall, it could be a lot worse. A sprinkle trying to make its way towards Grand Island probably won't make it. It'll try. 1 or 2 lightning bolts here, starting to move into northwestern Custer County. There's Blaine County, maybe up towards Brown County, a couple of storms. But notice what happens once it gets about right there. This is just very stable and a drier atmosphere. So these storms have the ability to get a little stronger, but boy, once they move east, that's it. And kind of that was expected. So let's see what's going to happen tonight. Notice these storms, once they make their way into eastern Nebraska, they fizzle, and that's about it. By midnight, just about done. Maybe a few lingering storms over there by North Platte. And that tries to hang on through 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, but the severe threat is pretty much gone by now. Partly cloudy skies to start the day tomorrow. So let's fast forward to our next storm chance. And this has been interesting. Storms have been gathering this storm system that starts up here, kind of where the first one leaves off. And then it finally gets enough instability that this runs into our neck of the woods. And watch this. turns into kind of a bowing band there. And that could be some heavy rain, some lightning, and maybe some gusty winds, 60, 65, maybe 70-mile-per-hour winds blowing through if the timing is right. Lots got to come together perfectly for that to happen, but it happens. So by 5, 6 o'clock tomorrow evening, a line of storms rolls through south central into southeastern Nebraska quickly, and then that's it. Before sunset, we start to see some clearing, might even see some mostly clear skies by the time the sun goes down. That'll probably make for a really cool sunset. Me and my sunsets. Anyway, by 11 o'clock tomorrow night, a pretty quiet evening. So tomorrow, just about everybody has that marginal risk, but this area right here has the slight risk, and it wouldn't surprise me if that expands a little further east to include Lincoln, Beatrice, and Omaha by tomorrow morning. We'll see. As it stands, though, damaging wind threat for south central parts of southeast and southwest Nebraska. Hail threat is kind of small. If we do see anything, maybe a couple of 1-inch hailstones. Most of it would just be the size of peas. That's about it. So temperatures tomorrow morning, a lot of 66s out there. Highs tomorrow, right around 80 to 81, 82, 83 degrees, maybe some upper 70s as well. Here's your forecast for the next 7 to 10 days. A lot of 80s. Look at these overnight low temperatures, getting close to the 50s. Huh? Middle 80s Wednesday and Thursday. Small chances for rain Saturday, Sunday, into Monday. And look at that, September 1st is on the 10-day forecast. That really happened fast. I'm not sure where summer went, but here we are. Speaking of seasons going by fast, September is about a week away. Has it ever snowed in Lincoln in September? Yes or no? Easy question for you.
Yes.
Yes, you are right. The earliest snowfall for Lincoln is September 29th, 1985. We almost saw an inch of snow that day.
All right. Thank you, Rusty. Developing now, Governor Pillen meeting with President Trump today after attending a conference in Washington, D.C. He met with President Trump and says the two had a great conversation about fighting for Nebraska beef and finding solutions that don't rely on bringing in more foreign products. It comes after Pillen met with White House leaders and lawmakers earlier today about a new school meals rule. It would promote whole foods, healthier cooking, and more money for school cafeteria infrastructure. Also earlier today, the Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, meeting with Senator Pete Ricketts at Offutt Air Force Base. You can see here Hegseth's arrival there in Omaha, shaking hands with the military members. He kept his tour of Offutt with Ricketts brief today before flying to Wisconsin. But Senator Ricketts sticking around to talk about a rising concern among Nebraska farmers and ranchers. And we heard the governor and the president talking about it. Tariffs and beef prices. Consumers have been feeling the pinch with beef costs up 57% since 2021. Channel 8's Skylar Sears was there to ask the senator questions many of you have.
Beef may not be what's for dinner tonight. Many families are struggling to make ends meet. Inflation data shows that beef prices have risen much faster than those of other foods. Ground beef prices rose 9% in July from a year ago, while beef steaks rose 9.6%, according to the latest CPI report. President Trump says his latest move to allow more foreign beef into the U.S. without an out-of-quota tariff is to offset those costs. The change applies to up to 300,000 metric tons of product for ground beef over the next 90 days. With affordability playing out at the ballot box this November, the move is drawing concerns from Nebraska cattle producers who say it could create more uncertainty for ranchers.
I appreciate the fact that they want to try and bring grocery prices down, but these short-term solutions are actually not going to get at the long-term issue of growing the herd to be able to bring down beef prices for consumers.
Channel 8 got the chance to ask Senator Ricketts, who is running for re-election, whether shoppers will actually see lower prices.
It remains to be seen if American consumers will actually see those discounted prices. We're still asking the White House for some details about how this is all supposed to work out, where even the beef is supposed to be coming from. We don't know. We don't have any answers on that yet.
Groups representing the cattle industry have opposed attempts to increase imports over concerns that they could undercut American cattle producers. Reporting in Omaha, Skylar Sears, Channel 8 News.
So where does Ricketts' opponent stand on this issue of affordability? We talked to Mr. Osborne, Channel 8 reaching out to the campaign asking how he would lower beef and grocery prices if he were in office. His response includes 4 main points: ending tariffs, ending foreign wars, increasing grazing land, and allowing ranchers to carry larger herds to increase our own beef supply. It's time to head into the Sports Zone with Sports Director Will Charlton, and you've got another high school football preview coming up.
Football is in the air, Rod. We'll hear from the Lincoln Christian Crusaders, who kick off 2025 on Friday night.
There are trucks, and then there's the 2026 GMC Sierra, with the capability to handle what life throws your way. That's the GMC Sierra, leading where it matters most. GMC Sierra, it's the truck. Right now, get 2.9% APR for 72 months, plus $1,500 purchase cash on 2026 Sierra 1500 models.
Visit these Central Nebraska GMC dealers.
If you live in Nebraska and feel like your cost of living is going up, you're not imagining it, and you're not alone. Gas prices have gone up 60% this year alone. Groceries just had the biggest price hike in years, while healthcare is up 20%. These price hikes come to you directly from Congress. The war in Iran is driving up gas prices. Tariffs have made everyday goods more expensive, while cuts from the big beautiful bill have closed rural hospitals and driven up medical costs. Learn more at nebraskagroundswell.org/costs.
Celebrate the end of summer with unbeatable Labor Day deals at Supreme Spa and Pool. Save up to $8,300 on semi-in-ground pools or $9,700 on in-ground pools. Plus, get a free robotic cleaner. Supreme Spa and Pool.
McDonald's is putting value back on the menu, which means make it a meal and save. Extra value meals are back.
The legendary Big Mac meal is now just $8.
After Pete Ricketts made himself even richer in Washington, he's lying about his opponent to stay there. Because lifelong independent Dan Osborne will fight corruption, pass term limits and age limits, and stop politicians from insider trading. Osborne will stand up to liberal Democrats to defend gun rights and secure borders and keep boys out of girls' sports. Veteran, independent, Dan Osborne for Senate. Working Class Majority PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
This sports update is brought to you by Duteau Chevrolet.
Hit the road this summer with a new ride from Duteau Chevrolet. With a lineup built for style, capability, and everyday versatility, Duteau has what you need for road trips, weekend plans, and everything in between. Right now, get 0% for 60 months or 2.9% for 72 months on 2026 Chevy Silverados, or get 2.9% for 48 months on a 2026 Traverse. Become part of the Duteau family today. Online anytime at DuteauChevrolet.com.
Welcome to the Channel 8 Sports Zone. Sponsored by Green's Furnace and Plumbing.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Happy you're with us on this Monday night, and welcome into Sports Zone. I'm Will Charlton. Well, folks, this is an exciting next few days. It's officially week 1 of the high school football season. Games will be taking place all over the area across Thursday and Friday night. And one in particular will be for a trophy. I'm talking about the Spirit Sword between Lincoln Christian and Lincoln Lutheran. Earlier today, I went over to watch the Crusaders practice ahead of Friday's contest and talked with head coach Kurt Earl and senior Cooper Terrell about how Christian looks to bounce back from a tough 2025 and how a promising offseason has them ready to go.
I think we have been in sort of this pattern where we have kind of a 3-6 year and then we make the playoffs the next year. And I think that these guys understand some of the attention to detail and some of the little things that we've got to improve on. And then a lot of them have a lot of experience too from that team a year ago. So we're excited about what could happen this season. We've had a tremendous offseason, great spring, great summer, great fall camp. So there's a lot of proof there to show that we have what it takes to be competitive and really be a good team in the class.
3-6 year last year, but how does that kind of motivate you guys to push even further along this year and try to get back in the playoffs?
Well, obviously it's a big motivator, but honestly, new team, new focus, just like week 1, we're ready, we're poised. I feel like we got a good group of guys. We're young, but we have lots of experience. We're ready. I mean, new fuel.
Coach was telling me that you guys have had a great offseason, so can you kind of like highlight what some of the main moments have been, how this team has prepared for week 1?
Yes, so we went to a couple team camps, especially the one in Wayne State, and we played pretty good against top opponents, like top Class B opponents, top Class A opponents, and that just gives us even more confidence considering we're a Class C school and we can compete against some of the big dogs.
So what do you personally like about the guys you got in the field right now?
You know, we're a smaller group of guys, but that means we're more tight-knit. And I feel like just the brotherhood in this team is the best it has been in years. And we all love each other. We all trust each other.
What does this team need to do over the next 3 days to get ready for Friday night?
Well, you got to keep things in check. I mean, it's the battle for the sword, the spirit sword. It's one of the unique traditions in the whole state. It's a ton of fun, and you got to have your emotional level really high, and then your ability to execute calm and cool under all that. So we just got to handle the emotions and just have fun with it.
One word to describe this team, Cooper.
We're poised.
Disciplined. You know, they're learning how to pay attention to the details, and I think we're going to see a pretty disciplined team.
And with high school sports underway, we want to make sure all the athletes get time in the spotlight. If you scan the QR code on your screen, you can download the Now Local News app for free. If you are at a game that we are not able to get to, send in any videos you might have of game-changing plays, touchdowns, any moment that we can put in our newscast that would be helpful to us. We want as many highlights as possible, and we want to feature as many schools as we can this fall. To some Husker news, as it was announced earlier today that we'll be seeing the new flag football program sooner than expected. Nebraska flag football will begin to take the field in the spring of 2027. Originally, the Huskers were supposed to begin play in 2028. Flag football is added last January to become Nebraska's 25th varsity sport. When it comes to this announcement, Nebraska Athletic Director Troy Dannon said, quote, "Flag football is one of the fastest growing sports in the world." And went on to say our coaches have done an outstanding job assembling a talented roster. And with the recent change in NCAA rules, we determined that we are prepared to play in 2027. Head coach Liz Soward says, quote, "We are excited about the roster we have built, and we are excited for Husker Nation to watch our team." Speaking of the roster, it currently consists of 16 players, 11 of which are transfers and 5 are freshmen. Husker flag football play at Heibner Stadium, and per UNL Athletics, the 2027 schedule is expected to come out this fall. Don't forget, all Kansas City Chiefs preseason games are exclusively on Channel 8. Their last preseason game is coming up Friday night at 7 p.m. against defending Super Bowl champion Seattle. If you want to catch the action, it will be right here on Channel 8. That's going to do it for your Monday Night Sports Zone. Rod, let's get it back to you now.
All right, thank you so much, Will. And we're going to take a break. When we come back, a final check of your forecast.
I'm so satisfied with Menards. I love Menards.
You see her coming around the corner and it's like, ooh, we get to do something fun.
Melissa is a fantastic resource for anything paint. She can recommend the best product to use in any project that I have.
Thank you.
Yeah, you are. You're my go-to.
I just want to make sure that everyone gets the guest service that they want to when they come here to Menards.
Anybody that's looking for paint, go to Menards, best paint counter in town.
Save big money at Menards.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford crew.
Where you been, hey?
Little field research. Show them what we got.
Check this out.
Looks like America is loving Ford quality.
And J.D. Power backs it up.
Ford is #1 in new vehicle quality, and F-Series are America's best-selling trucks.
Great deals, crazy good capability.
America, this is what summer's all about.
Get 0% APR for 36 months and $1,000 toward your down payment on select Ford vehicles, plus a complimentary maintenance plan for 2 years.
Medica is from the Midwest, so we get the Midwest. Because whether you're at home or on the road, when life has its ups and downs and ups and sideways, wherever your journey takes you, with a Medica health plan, we'll be there too.
I'm Pete Ricketts, and I approve this message.
So far, Dan Osborne has pocketed nearly $500,000 from his campaign. Who's signing Osborne's checks? The Epstein class, like alleged Epstein trafficker Dana Chasen. Democrats, socialists. It's no wonder Osborne supports their radical ideas, even citizenship and benefits for illegal immigrants.
A clear path streamlined to citizenship. Let's give him a damn Social Security card already.
Fake Dan Osborne works for them, not us.
ABC's lifetime seamless steel roofs lock out the harshest weather and provide permanent maintenance-free protection for your home. Protecting your home starts at the top. Learn more at abcofnebraska.com.
Summer is calling at Duteau Subaru. With reliable performance and advanced safety features, there's a Subaru for every kind of adventure at Duteau. During the Subaru A Lot to Love event, get 1.9% for 75 months on a 2026 Outback or 0.9% for 75 months on a 2026 Subaru Ascent. From road trips to weekend plans, Duteau has what you need. Become part of the Duteau family today. Online anytime at DuteauSubaru.com.
Jimmy, what are you doing?
I'm packing.
Kimmel's all packed up for summer, and these guest hosts are moving in. Starting with Tiffany Haddish, then Ike Barinholtz, followed by Coleman Domingo. Jimmy Kimmel Live with summer guest hosts on ABC.
New at 10 tonight, you might be noticing something a little different on your next visit to One City Park. We're talking about Arnold Heights Park up in Air Park. City officials say this team of young people in the Eagle Scout project recently worked together with Parks and Rec to install nearly 90 fence posts outside the park. It's meant to secure the park and prevent access by unauthorized vehicles. It's also to keep the trails safer for everyone. Good for those kids. By golly, getting out there, getting dirty, and helping them out. Would have been a nice day here locally to go to the park, maybe ride around a little bit, right?
It was really a nice day today. Temperatures on the cool side this morning. We had our doors and windows open for a good portion of the day today. I don't remember the last time we were able to do that. So really a nice day. Things warm up a little bit and a storm chance tomorrow. Let's take a look at that. Now there are storms in central Nebraska and moving into the Panhandle. Severe thunderstorm warning moving into Sioux and Scottsbluff counties. But there's a severe thunderstorm watch that will likely be allowed to expire within the next half hour because no more storms left. Now the next storm chance comes our way tomorrow afternoon. Right there. This is 1 p.m. They kind of gather some strength, and if this model holds, we could be in for some damaging wind threats as we head through Tuesday afternoon into the early evening hours. This rolls through around 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the late afternoon, early evening hours, but it's out of here by 7 p.m., and that'll be it. Temperatures are in the 60s early tomorrow morning, highs upper 70s, lower 80s.
And thank you for joining us. Don't forget, Andrew in Houston will be here bright and early at 5 a.m. Jimmy Kimmel is coming up next. Have a great night. See you tomorrow.